put up a long one, and if it's intercepted, they got to go 80 yards back the opposite way.
Exactly. You have nothing to lose with 2 seconds, so obviously I think you may see the ball in the air.
Biggest thing you tell your quarterback, though, if don't throw it short and get an interception, or don't fumble the ball.
That's right. If you're in trouble, just put your knee on the ground. That's the no loss there because time will be out. Defensively, obviously, everybody better sit off on this one and play pass.
Davis talked to his team. He's on the sideline now. And still out on the field is Rick Mosca from Middletown South. He's probably telling his defense go way back.
Rich Mosca has been known as one of the better defensive coaches in the Shore for a couple of years now, and I'm sure he's going to have his defense prepared for whatever this last play may be.
And you can see him dropping back deep. It's Peerless, number 21.
Marlboro comes right out in a double wing. No, they don't. I'm sorry. They're not in the double wing, but I expect them. They may jump into it.
Von Regan will probably drop back into the pocket. Nope.
Counter crisscross.
Razzle-dazzle there. And that's the end of that.
Delaware counter crisscross ends a half. That's a
Ed Farley. He read that very well from his defensive end and made the stop. Well, the initial hit that it resulted in the stop on Mitch Broth. Once again, the score at halftime: Marlboro 13, Middletown South 6. We'll be back, and once again, this TV 34 Sports football game of the week is sponsored by Century 21 Einbinder Realtors, America's #1 top seller, right here in Monmouth County. Welcome back to TV 34's high school football game of the week. And this game is brought to you by Century 21 Einbinder Realtors, America's #1 top seller, right here in Monmouth County. And the score at halftime is the Mustangs 13 and the Eagles of Middletown South 6. And let's take a look at the way the scoring went in that first half. Marlboro got off to a good start on their first possession, and then they ran it in from the 1-yard line with Lance Weidman scoring at the 4:40 mark. The cap off a 46-yard drive, and it was 7-0 after the point after attempt was good. Then we go down to make it Marlboro again. Sakudis on a 40-yard run at 6:12 of the second quarter, and they failed to kick it, and it was 13-0. And then Middletown South finally got good field position, and they came back with a 4-yard run after a long drive with Martin, the tailback, going in from 4 yards out with only 34 seconds left to go in the second quarter, and that's where we stand after they missed the point after at 13-6.
Field position played a big role in the first half. Obviously, Marlboro kept the Eagles hemmed down inside their 20 on the kicking game and got the ball in good field position themselves, which led to their 2 scores. The half ended, however, with an injury. It's an injury to Marlboro player. Mitch Broth, the Marlboro wingback, carried the ball in the last play of the half, and the halftime bands had to be held up because it took some time to get the boy off the field with a leg injury. Mitch Broth is a 2-way player for Marlboro, defensive halfback and the wingback on offense.
So they're really going to miss him. He had a real good game so far. But Marlboro surprisingly leading this game 13-6. At the half, and they have to feel good about that. You said getting Weidman off to a good start was very important, and they did.
Yeah, I think Lance has had a couple of big carries in the ball game. Obviously has a touchdown to his credit and has run well straight ahead on the dive play.
And there he is on the sideline.
Lance also had a counter for some yards. So I'm sure he's ready to resume the second half and pick up where he left off.
So Glenn Davis at the halftime for Marlboro has to be very pleased. And what they're going to have to come out here and keep is, at the second half, is keep up the intensity and possibly score once again.
Obviously, again, they've got to get those big kicks coming from their kickoff and punting units and cover them as well as they did in the first half. Their transfer student, Ed Hudzik, has been a big factor in his football game.
And he played a very important part in there with the kickoffs putting the kick very deep in the territory of Middletown South the first 2 times. And our next football game should be an exciting one against Neptune. We'll travel to Manalapan. That'll be held a week from tonight. If you're watching it on Monday, and if you're watching it on Wednesday, you go through the weekend, and then Monday you turn it on again. Yeah, Monday you turn it on again. It gets confusing the way they go. Always delayed. We would run a tape delay. We can go live if we wanted to, but we run a tape delay so people come out and watch the game. Then they go home and watch it again.
I think that this Monmouth Cablevision system of broadcasting high school sports is probably the best thing that's happened to Monmouth County sports in quite some time, because it gives not only the players a chance to see themselves on TV, but it gives the younger kids in all these communities the chance to see their older brothers and neighbors and so forth, and maybe aspire to that same position when they get to high school.
And Marlboro will receive. And I want to thank you for doing an excellent job so far in the first half here.
Well, I think I read a quote by Dick Vermeil this week on his commentating, and he said the best thing about commentating he sees right now is that when he leaves the stadium at the end of the day, he feels good that nothing that happened wrong on the field was his fault. And already in the first half, I think I feel that way.
And the receiver's back deep for Marlboro, number 25, Scott Weiss. Mitch Broth, injured at the last play, was taken to the hospital, possibly a broken ankle, but they say maybe they're hoping it's just a bad bruise on his shin. And the other one, Al Malchione, number 41, back deep, along with Ed Hudsick, number 23. Bob Vatka, kick it off for Middletown South. Start of action of the second half. A good high kick. Hudsick at about his own goal line, and he almost broke it. 87. One more man, and he was gone.
Pat Murphy on that tackle, a saving tackle, because there was open field in front of Hudsick had he not made that big stop.
So Marlboro with the ball on their 23-yard line, 1st and 10. Bill Von Regan, number 11, is your quarterback. John Sakudis is the fullback, along with Lance Weidman. This is Weidman. Breaks a couple tackles, and then he's piled on. And a flag goes in the air as he goes down at about the 25-yard line.
Ed Hudsick, number 23, is now taking the place of Mitch Broth at the right halfback or wingback position for Marlboro. So we'll see that the injury will bring Hudsick some playing time offensively.
There he is, and this is his first week of eligibility. He's going to see a lot of action. Once again on 1st down, the carry by Lance Weidman, but we're waiting for the decision of Middletown South as the penalty flag will be marched off.
When a player transfers,
against Marlboro.
I'm sorry. When a player transfers from one school to another in New Jersey, the NJSIA, the state governing body, has a ruling that boy must sit out 30 days from the first day that the school opens. So obviously October 12th was his eligibility date.
And they say it was holding against Marlboro. That takes him back 10 more yards. So it's 1st down and 20 from about the 11. That's the way it looks from the end zone. And they give it to their fullback, Sakudis. And he bangs for about 3 or 4.
John Sakudis on a belly. We call that a belly left, or in Delaware terminology, 187. That's the play he scored on early in the second quarter.
Is Mike Thornton making the stop.
Thornton making a tackle for Sakudis on the carry for the 1 down.
Thornton in there in replace of Pat Murphy, the starting defensive end. 2nd down. And over the middle is Von Regan. And one man to beat for Stu Kaminsky, and he's on his way. He's down to the 30, the 25, the 20. Touchdown, Marlboro. We said they had to come back out and do it. They put it in the air, and they do it.
And again, they...
How many yards? 80 yards?
At 85 yard
pass play.
Well, again, the pass came out of play action. There was counter fake action in the backfield, which freezes the linebackers, and obviously the defensive backs played run when they saw that, and the tight end, Stu Kaminsky, got behind the secondary very quickly and made a nice move to the sideline and had to beat that last defender, which he did. So Marlboro strikes first in this second half.
Kaminsky's only 5'10", 190 pounds, but he can motor.
Marlboro's lining up to go for two, I believe. Obviously, they have to make up for that miss extra point from early in this half.
Yeah, right now it's 19-6, so they'll go for the two.
They line up in a wing right formation.
The officials have called time as they talk it over to one of the linemen. Number 50 comes out from Marlboro. That's Dave Dunn.
I believe we have an equipment problem, a helmet snap or something that we're pointing to. So it's an official's timeout, and they have to replace him at the moment. Scott Barbosa, number 75, takes Dunn's place in the Marlboro line of scrimmage.
So that gives Middletown South a little bit of time to adjust. They'll go for two. See if they give it to Weidman. They do. He gets tripped up. Looked like he was tripped up by his own man. Looked like Bob Cardone was
somebody in the right
block, and he fell right over to the
somebody on the right side of that Middletown South goal line defense penetrated, and obviously drove the offensive lineman back into Lance Weidman on the two-point attempt. The miss leaves the score at 19 for the Mustangs and 6 for the Eagles of Middletown South.
And let's take a look at it. It should be up here in a minute. Exciting play. We started from ground level. Here's the way it looks. You'll see the fakes. Go ahead, Bob.
You'll see here on the snap of the ball the counter action with the fullback going left and the counter fake to the Weidman. That fake to Weidman was what really set up the run fake, and obviously the pass was right on the mark, and you see there a nice outside move by the tight end Stu Kaminsky. Stu outruns the field and comes up with the third Marlboro touchdown. Very nice football play.
Yeah, I think Marlboro's going to be really tough now from now on.
I'm sure
that makes them believe they can score from way back.
I'm sure Tubby Raymond down at Delaware would be very proud of Glenn on that call. Glenn was a fine quarterback at the University of Delaware.
Peerless back deep for Middletown South. Hudzik puts a foot to it. And one of the upbacks take it. They'll take it right upfield to the 20-25-yard line. And that should be Vin Tizio on the return.
On the return for the Middletown Eagles. Gets the ball back about the 26-yard line.
So the Eagles will go to work at their own 26.
First and 10 for the Eagles.
We'll see if Coach Moska is going to try to get it back in a hurry and put the ball up quickly.
Remains in that I formation. This is Martin, the tailback. Hurdles one tackler and goes down at about the 31-yard line.
Jim Martin makes another nice move to the outside and cuts back inside, and the hurdle picks up a few extra yards.
Lichtenfeld made that tackle, and the Einbinder Realtor scoreboard, once again, Mustangs 19, the Eagles 6. They have second down. About 7 to go for a first down.
It'll be second down on 7 from the 29-yard line.
Ball on the 29. This time they fake it to the tailback, and they get it out to Peerless. And it's a completion. Good tackle by number 25, Scott Weiss, to stop possibly a touchdown.
Scott Weiss made a shoestring tackle there, and had he not, there was clear sailing. There was an open sideline, and Peerless would have been gone. Again, it comes off play-action fake and the sprint draw. The pass out to Peerless.
Here it is again, Bob.
See the play-action fake, and the ball gets out to Peerless, and that saving tackle right there probably prevented the score.
Ball on the 43-yard line, first down and 10 for the Eagles.
Motion.
That's Jim Cole in motion to the right. They pitch it back to Martin, and he loses his footing.
Pitch sweep to Martin. Tries to take the ball outside, but decides to come back in.
No gain on the play.
So that'll bring up second down and 10.
Middletown South has not been that successful in their first down attempts, as we said earlier, and they've been constantly faced with second and long situations, and they have completed some passes in those second and longs, but they've got to make some more yards on first down.
Ball on the 43. 8 minutes and 26 seconds left to go. Third quarter. Marlboro exploding once again on their first possession. This is Peerless in motion. Coming to the near side of the field. It's Panic back to pass. He completes it. That's his fullback, Jim Martone, but not much on the play.
They came with that same play early in the first half where they came with across the field with motion, and then with a play action fake and a pass away from the motion. They picked up a few more yards, obviously, though, in that earlier play.
And once again, Malchione, Al, on the stop. Very busy from his cornerback position. Made a lot of tackles so far today.
Third and 8 brings up a definite pass situation. I would look for Weinsheimer.
Possibly from his tight end.
And looking him somewhere in the middle of the football field on the reception.
And Rich Dorco, very quiet so far. Number 82, he comes out, flank to the left. Or possibly a back coming out of the backfield. It is good time for Panic, and it's almost intercepted. And he went to Dorco that time, but 43 was in there from Marlboro, Scott Clow.
Crossing pattern from the two receivers can create problems in the secondary, but the pass is well defended by the Marlboro secondary.
Here it comes. Let's watch Clow on the coverage as they try to get it to Dorco. There's the pass. Good time.
Yeah, they're well covered on inside and out.
And Middletown South
nice
kicks
kick.
it away. And they'll watch it go out of bounds. Yeah, there it is from the line right now. Should be about the 17-yard line.
Right. Now we'll see if Marlboro can move the ball with a little bit less of a field goal or field position than they had in the first half.
So John Sakoutis, the fullback, watch that one. Didn't return it. So a good kick for Middletown South. But Marlboro showing that they can score from anywhere on the field.
Very important series for this defense for the South Eagles. They've got to come and shut down this attack right now. New formation for Marlboro, a strong set.
But they go to their fullback. That's John Sakoutis, the fullback. Right now, they're going to probably try and run the clock a little bit as they're up by 2 touchdowns.
They went into a power set offense with all 3 backs on the same side of the field. And again, they came with the belly play, handing to the fullback, following his tailback, Lance Wiedemann, over the right side. Yeah, I would agree that right now they're looking to run that clock. And obviously, Middletown South is doing anything they can to stop this drive and get the ball back.
Malchione in motion, but they give it to Weidman. He breaks a couple of tackles, barrels for a first down.
Fine effort. Fine effort by the big senior running back, Lance Weidman.
Picks up the first down at the 36-yard line. And that's very important. To be able to pick up a first down on the ground, you use the clock. Let's watch Weidman on this play. First the fake, then they go to Weidman. There's a hole.
He breaks a tackle right there, runs over a few, and gets a few more tough yards. The most important yards are those after the first hit.
Here's Weidman again on first down.
He continues to fight for yards, Bob. He's making those tough yards after the first tackle.
And Art Peerless had to come up from his halfback position to make the initial hit. Second down and 6.
About 5.5 minutes remaining in this third quarter.
They're on the part of the field right now that was a little bit damp, the near side. Let's see if they go to the wide side.
Slot formation to the camera.
Right up the middle.
Straight dive for Wiedemann, and he again continues straight ahead, powering his way for another gain of 3 or possibly 4 yards.
There's Ed Farley on the initial hit. Brings up third down. Lance is 6'4", 215. And he plays the tailback position, bigger than his fullback, who is 6 foot, 195.
I wouldn't be surprised to see the same counter pass that we saw on the touchdown earlier. People expect him to run for a long 2-yard play here, but that action pass may be the play again.
And that's Weidman. Weidman very close.
Short, though. I think he was stopped. We'll probably again have to measure this ball.
That was Vince Beast making the stop from his inside linebacker.
Good defensive play by the South linebackers. Active football play by the left side of the defense.
Brings up 4th down. Ball at about the 47-yard line. And we've got a nice job by the line of Marlboro. They've been opening up holes very well for the runners. The interior line consists of Chris Henward, Dave Dunn, John Roy, Bob Cordane, and John Suter.
The officials are bringing the chains out. Let's see if this drive is going to continue or if it's short and it will be 4th down.
With this situation, as a coach, what would you do if you were short?
I think you definitely have to punt the football. You cannot afford right now to give the Eagles the ball in this type of field position if you don't convert on 4th down.
They don't have to worry about it.
You've got to, they've got it, so it's a new point. But had they not gotten it, I think they would have punted the football and let's play defense down around the 20 rather than in midfield.
If you do go for it, though, if you decide to go for it, would you give it to Weidman or would you give it to your quarterback?
Well, the big back like Weidman, I think you're going to give it to a back that size.
Nice
he
time.
wasn't so big, possibly a quarterback sneak would be a better call.
Nice time right now for a play fake, maybe, and throw the ball. Let's see what they do on 1st down. Ball in their own 47.
He goes to his fullback on the buck, straight ahead with the guard trap, and John Sakudis carries the ball over the right guard.
And the nose tackle, Andy Capelli, made the tackle. They say he picked up 2 yards, 2nd down and 8. Ball at the 49 of the Mustangs.
The 2nd and 8 again brings up that possibility of some type of play fake pass.
And Marlboro using up the clock. 3:51 left to go in the 3rd quarter. You don't give it to Middletown South, they can't score. The pitch out to Weidman, and he really knows how to end the run, doesn't he?
I've been waiting for that play. Coach Davis likes the quick toss into the sideline using Weidman that way, and does it very often in most games. And that's the first time we've seen it today, and obviously you see why it's a successful play.
And it looks like another 1st down for Marlboro. And they move up the chains. All on the 42-yard line of the Eagles. 1st and 10. It's Malchione in motion. They give it to the fullback. And this time he's really stuck by Mike Thornton.
Sakudis has met with a super line penetration from the Eagle defense, and the Eagle defense has started maybe to rise to the occasion to stop this drive and get the ball back.
So John Sakudis getting the call on 1st down and losing about 3 yards. So they place it back on the 45-yard line of the Mustangs. They were having much success on the left-hand side of the line. Let's see if they go back that way. That's the drier side of the field. This is the quarterback, Von Regan, and it's intercepted by Peerless. He's back to the 45-yard line. They tried to get it to Malchione, and Peerless makes the interception with 2:36 left to go in the 3rd quarter.
Von Regan came with a play-action waggle fake into the short side of the field and threw the ball right into the coverage, unfortunately.
Let's watch Von Regan. He'll roll to his right.
You'll see the play-action fake to his halfback. He comes out with his guards protecting him. The ball is picked off and returned up the sideline for a few more yards. Here's the break that the Middletown South Eagles have been waiting for, and let's see if they can turn this into points for themselves.
Well, they're 55 yards away from a touchdown. And they give it to their fullback, Jim Martone. He picks up about 2 yards.
I think we have an injury on the field. It looks like the Marlboro player down right now. We cannot see his number.
Okay, while he's down on the field, we'll take a break. And once again, this game being sponsored by Century 21 Einbinder Realtors. And it's 19-6, the Mustangs ahead. This high school football game of the week on TV 34 is being brought to you by Century 21 Einbinder Realtors. Marlboro in the lead. At the start of the 4th quarter, 19-6, they have the ball on their own 46. This is Von Regan. Nice catch by Clow.
Beautiful grab by Von Regan, and dragged that outside foot in to make the reception count right on the sideline.
Clow's got some hands.
He's got fine hands, and he has the best patterns you're going to see.
Watch this as he comes right in to our camera. There it is.
Oh, and beautiful camera work as well, Bob.
We try to do a good job. We're at the 41-yard line, 1st and 10.
Wing right formation. Motion.
That's Al Malchione in motion. They give it back the opposite way to Weidman, and he just barrels for more yardage. About 8 or 9 yards on that carry.
Good old-fashioned Delaware 134 counter.
That was Pat Kirk, the inside linebacker, number 30, making the initial hit on the tailback. Lance Weidman, again, 6'4", 215. He might have a future.
I think he does. I think he's a fine defensive player as well.
I'd like to see him in college as a tight end.
Well, a lot of college coaches feel that he may be a defensive player at that level, and he can play several positions, obviously. Sakutis again on the belly left. You see that Weidman leads him through the hole, and he's the blocker who's responsible for blocking the linebacker.
That backfield of Marlboro is like having two fullbacks back there, and fullbacks with speed. That carry by Sakutis will bring up 3rd down and 3.
Obviously,
not even that. Maybe a yard and a half as they move up the line markers.
But again, they're in 4-down territory, so they can afford to come with some type of play-action pass. And go for it all on this down, and obviously then go for the 1 yard on the 4th down attempt. With a running game like they've got going right now, they can surely afford to do that.
That was the Marlboro band you were just looking at. They're excited. 3rd down and about a yard to go for a 1st down. Weidman, 1st down.
Weidman goes straight ahead on the dive over the left side and obviously picks the 1st down up just inside the 30-yard line.
That was Farley making the initial hit. But they pick up the 1st down, the ball on the 30-yard line. Just watch Weidman from ground level. There it is.
It's power straight ahead for that tough 1st down.
10:20 left to go in the game. Von Regan calls the signals, pitches out to Weidman, breaks a couple tackles and picks up some yardage. He must be an awful powerful runner as he broke a tackle of Rod Keys, who made the hit and then picked up 3 or 4 more.
Yeah, that's the 2nd time this quarter we've seen him come with that quick toss to the sideline, but that time Weidman cut back to the inside and with a little extra effort made some big yards over the middle.
Ball now on the 20-yard line. 2nd down and 1. Good waist down. Put it up in the air. See what Davis calls. Quarterback sneak, picks up the 1st down, and I think I know what he wants to do. He wants to run out the clock to get back.
Obviously, yeah.
2-touchdown lead, run the clock.
As long as the clock is ticking, he's getting closer to a victory. Is his feeling, and an incomplete pass will stop that clock. So,
and if they hold on, they move to 2-1 in the conference, right back in it in Class A North. And what happens to Middletown South? They're favored here, but they look like they dropped to 0-2 in the conference.
Well, we can't count them out yet because Coach Mosca is, as well as being a fine defensive and offensive coach, he's one heck of a motivator. Last week's effort against Matawan was one of the better efforts probably produced in the Shore. Even though they didn't win the football game, they played a great football game against a super team in Matawan and almost pulled that one out.
Next week, our game on Monday night will be Neptune at Manalapan. And this is Weidman again, cuts up, follows his blockers very well. That was Bob Cardane leading him, the right tackle. And they pick up good yardage on 1st down. They get all the way to the 11-yard line, brings up 2nd down at about 6.
Bob Cardane going both ways now after the injury to Chris Henwood in the defensive line for Marlboro.
Clock running, 8 minutes and 35 seconds left to go in the game. Marlboro leads it 19-6. A little razzle-dazzle this time. This is Von Regan carrying it himself, cuts upfield. And he's got to be close to a 1st down.
Again, we see Von Regan keep the ball on the waggle away from the action of the backfield fake and picks up some nice yardage. He usually has a pass-run type of option on that and decided to keep the ball when he saw no support
just inside the 5-yard line. It's first down and goal to go, and that was beautifully set up. You go to Weidman a couple of times, then you fake it to him, go with a bootleg to your quarterback.
One aspect of the Delaware offense is that there's always action away from the running play, so that waggle is always a possibility.
And here's Von Regan. He'll dance in all by himself. Again, the fake to the back, and then same play again.
Obviously, the Middletown South defense has to be very aware of the big tailback, Lance Weidman, and obviously everybody buys the fake to Weidman, and there's no one outside to defend the quarterback keeper.
And we'll see what they do here. The last time they went to the 2-point conversion, and they missed it. See what they do this time. They'll try it again. They lead it 25-6. Let's watch it from ground level in the end zone.
He comes with the waggle.
Von Regan throws it back the opposite way, and he's really hammered as he released it.
He had his tight end open in the corner of the end zone, but didn't see Stu Kaminsky. Again, he came with the waggle, the same play he had ran 2 plays earlier to the opposite side of the field.
Let's watch the fake. Here's the fake.
On the touchdown.
Nobody even near him.
Von Regan trots into the end zone untouched.
Well, Marlboro leads at 25-6, and things start to look a little bit dim with 7 minutes and 53 seconds left to go on our Century 21 Einbinder Realtor scoreboard. And Middletown South's got a tough road to hoe.
We said at the outset of the ball game today that it's always difficult to get a team up after the great effort. Last week they played maybe their best game of the year so far, and to prepare that team the following week, it's hard to get those heads back up, and I'm sure Coach Rich Motzka will do that in the remaining 8 minutes of this ball game.
Okay, we're just about ready for Ed Hudzik to kick it off again. Peerless back deep. This won't reach him, though. They take it out about the 15. And down about the 22-yard line.
See a flag down on the play.
Possibly a late hit. That was Ryan on the return for the Eagles.
Ball resting on the 25, and I think this penalty against Marlboro will advance it.
If it goes against Marlboro, we'll see what happens. And it will go against them. Look like that late hit. And if that is the call, they'll march about 15 off against
that. Advances the ball to about the 41.
Well, the Eagles have good field position at the 41-yard line. But only 7 minutes and 45 seconds left to do it in, as they trail at 25-6.
Coach Motzka comes in straight drop back pass
to Martin, and a stop right there.
Straight drop back that time, no play action, and Coach Motzka's going to try to get into the ball game with the passing attack.
That stop by Eric Nolte, the 6'2", 185-pound junior who plays defensive end. Pick up about a yard on that play, so it's 2nd and 9. Once again, panic. He's got a man open on the right-hand side. It's Peerless, and he's got the first down.
Well thrown ball. Peerless on the catch, fine catch, good concentration.